So today I'm making something that's called cowboy casserole, or I've seen it be called different things online, but I'm going to go with cowboy casserole because I just think that sounds more fun. But it's basically just ground beef, few ingredients, some tater tots, really, really yummy. You can change the flavorings up how you like it, but this is just how I'm going to do it. So you want to start off with ground beef or ground turkey if you want to make it a little bit more healthy. I like to use a really lean cut of ground beef, at least 90%, but I prefer like 97, 98% lean. So first you're just going to brown up the ground beef, which I'm doing now, and you're going to need tater tots, and I prefer Ore-Ida tater tots, but for this meal you're using so many tater tots that you might want to just go with the store brand. I got these from Walmart today just because Walmart is closer to our house than the commissary, so I just went with the Great Value taters. The little like coin-shaped type tater tots are great for this as well. So I have those, and then I have two pans here. I'm probably going to use this one. This is a little bit like longer. If you are serving a big family, you might want to use a big casserole dish, but we're a family of 4 and only 2 of us are probably going to eat this meal, so that's why I'm going to use a small one. You're going to need some shredded cheddar, and you're going to want to season your beef. I use some garlic powder, and I'm going to use some parsley probably here. Yeah, a little bit of parsley. So I'll do that, and then I will turn this back on and show you guys a little bit more. Oh, you also are going to need cream of chicken. I'm going to use the reduced sodium just because I like to control the amount of saltiness and stuff. And then I just have the whole kernel corn. And you'll notice everything is great value because we went to Walmart today and I just tried to get everything super inexpensive so I could do a cheap little recipe to show you guys. Okay, so my oven is at 400 as per the instructions on the tater tot bag. So all I have in here, I have a layer of tater tots, and I'm just letting those crisp up a little bit. I find that this keeps them, the texture of them a little bit better throughout the casserole if you do your first layer and let it get a little bit crispy. So I have those in there. And I have my ground beef that's nice and brown. You don't want any pink to it. There we go. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're going to add some corn. I'm using this whole kernel corn. I mean, you could do half of a can of this, but in my opinion, I'm not going to, I think it's like a waste of time to just do half, because are you really going to save the other half of the can? So I just go ahead and put the whole thing in there. And I have about a pound of ground beef as well in this, just so that you know. I'm just going to mix this up, and you just want to drop the heat right between low and medium. Okay, so we got that in there. And then you're going to add some cream of chicken. I'm just going to add the whole can. And you're going to mix this up too. I really need to get a new frying pan. I have like one that has like like a grill plate in the bottom of it. That's a Rachel Ray pan that I love. So I'd like to get the one that's just a regular pan, like this one, like a big one. Okay, so you're just going to mix this all up. I'm going to add about a half a cup to a cup, depending on how much ground beef you ended up using, of whole milk. Grab that out. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Just because I know what it should look like. So let me get this open here. So I'm using vitamin D milk. You could certainly use skim, but I find that it is better with most things whenever you're cooking, are just better with whole milk. But you can, like I said, you can certainly use skim milk, and you can use ground turkey instead of ground beef if you want to really make this a more healthy alternative. And you can substitute the corn for a vegetable that's not as starchy if you wanted to. just a little bit more milk. So probably if you're doing a smaller amount, you are using the ½ pound of ground beef, you're only going to need about a ½ cup of milk. And if you're going to do a whole pound and a whole can of corn, you're probably going to need about a cup of milk in here. Okay. So now you're just going to turn this on low, let it simmer a bit. Okay, so the tater tots are nice and crisped up. This isn't simmering, so it's good to go. I did add, I don't know if I told you about the garlic powder. I think I did. So I added the garlic powder to the ground beef, and then I did salt and pepper to this little mixture here. So we're just going to dump this on top of the tater tots now. Okay, so now that that part's done, I've just kind of evenly smoothed the ground beef mixture on top of the tater tots. Now we're just going to sprinkle it. I'm going to sprinkle it pretty heavily. I like a lot of shredded cheddar. Just going to sprinkle this all over the top of it. And I like sharp cheddar. You can use mild too. I like mild as well. Any kind of cheddar cheese will do. You can even, if you have a block of pepper jack cheese, you can even put that over top of it, and that's nice if you don't mind things being a little having a little spice to them. So, and this one is obviously not a low-carb meal like some of my other ones have been, but you can certainly do things, tweak it a little bit. You can just not do the tater tots and not do something different with the corn, and it'll be low carb. Okay, so I have that done. Now I'm going to grab more tater tots. And this is where the tater rounds are nice because they're flat. So they lay flat across the top, but it really doesn't matter. And you want to get them, well, pretty much cover the entire top of it. That's why I bought a whole bag. Because I find I end up using it, even if I'm just making a small amount like I am today, I end up using the whole bag. Or close to it. Okay. Going to put these in here, space them out a bit, but not too much. Okay. This is definitely a comfort food. Okay, so we're ready to put this back in the oven at 400, and you're going to put it in there for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and check on it, and we'll see where it's at after 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, so this is what it looks like when it's all done, you guys. And I put them in little dishes like this. I got these at Walmart for super cheap. They're from the Better Homes and Gardens collection, or brand. And I usually top this casserole with a little bit of sour cream and some chives. So that's it, you guys. I hope you try this out and you enjoy it. Talk to you later.